Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. I thought we'd take a little break from some bigger series of different holidays and such, and since right now there's really not much going on after Hinamatsuri, we could go ahead and just go back to some really basic origami. We're going to do some things that young kids when they're first learning origami in Japan learn. Their moms teach them, they learn at school. And if you're just starting out with origami, these are some projects that are a little bit more easy to do, and but can still be fun. So I believe it was my first origami that I did way back when I started this out. We looked at making a bunny finger puppet. And there's actually some different variations of that to make a dog and a cat and a pig as well. So I was going to show you how to make those today. So for each one of these, you'll just need one piece of origami paper. I'm going to start off by showing you how to make the dog. And what we want to do is start with our color side facing down. I'm going to go ahead and fold in half. I'll turn it around so that I have a nice triangle here. And I'm going to take this tip and fold it down, wrap it around to the point there, like so. And I'll do the same thing on this side, so that you get a nice diamond shape like this. Now I'm going to take these little flaps here and I'm going to fold them back up. I'm going to fold them all the way so I get a crease here at the edge. And I'm going to just try to kind of keep this edge as straight as I can. Once I get one side, I can copy then that placement here with the other, so that I have something that looks like this. Then I'm just going to take this first flap that you see here and fold it all the way up to that point. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it over, and we're going to fold the sides in. And how far you fold these sides in is going to kind of change the shape of the face of the dog. What I want to do is I want to bring these tips almost to the center and come down, not quite to the tip here, but a little ways, about 1 centimeter shy of that is what I'm going to do for my kind here. So we'll just go ahead and give it a try. And you want to try to get a very similar fold then on the other side as well. So that you get something that looks like this. Next I'm going to take that flap and fold it all the way up to the peak at the top. And then we're going to go ahead and secure all of these. You should have 3 flaps here now. I'm going to secure these by folding down. And you can fold down just as far as you can go until you run into those ears. And then if you turn it over, you'll see you have the rabbit like we made actually way back in the very beginning. The difference here for this then is if you want to make a dog, you can just fold down the ears. And you can kind of adjust this, of course, depending on the kind of character of the dog you want to have. They don't have to be exactly the same, but that'll give you the little dog ears that you need. And then if you look here in the middle, there's a little pocket, and you can have a little doggy puppet. So that is a slight variation on the rabbit that we made in the very beginning, and then just with folding down those ears you can get a dog. So I'll put that to the side, and the beginning steps are very similar for some of these other animals that we're going to do. So for example, we're going to go ahead and first take a look at how to make a pig. And so again, I'll just need one piece of origami paper, and we'll just go through the steps again with our color side facing down. We're going to fold in half, turn it around so the point is facing down. Go ahead and fold these flaps down to that tip. Get good creases on that. And then go ahead and fold these flaps up to get and reveal the ears, and you can kind of try to do that a little straight there. And then go ahead and open up one of these flaps down here all the way to the top. Turn it over, and then this is where the change will be to kind of get a different shape for the head. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to create a crease that comes all the way to this tip and comes up about 1/3 of the way on the ear. So you get something like so. And I'll try to do the same thing on the other side. So you should have something that looks like this. And then I'm just going to fold this flap up. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold that flap down again to secure these two areas back here. Turn it around, and then on this part, when we fold the ears down, we want to include part of what's underneath here. Fold them down as far as you can. And a part of the head will be revealed a little bit here too. So you're kind of sliding behind this paper back here. And this might pop up a little while you do that. That's okay. Just go ahead and secure it back when you're done. And that will give you a little kind of pig head as a variation. Then of course you just draw faces on these to kind of make them different looking. But that's one more variation of a puppet. We'll put that to the side. And then the last slight variation is a cat, of course, for this. And so for that, again, you're just going to need one piece of origami paper. And we'll start with the color side down. Go and fold up to the center. Turn it around and then fold those flaps down. Now, the big difference for the cat here, obviously we don't need such big ears. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these and fold them up, and I'm not going to even get quite to this tip. I'm just going to be about a ½ centimeter shy of that, and fold up, and try to do a very similar angle on the other side as well. So that you have something that looks like this. And I'm still going to fold up this flap, but you'll notice, of course, because we didn't come to those creases, I'm going to need to fold part of that ear I just folded with this fold. So make sure you get those parts smushed down real good. Go ahead and turn everything over. And I'm just going to fold in a little bit here. And again, how far you fold will determine the size of your ears and the shape of your cat's head. But you do want to try to get about the same kind of fold on both sides if you can. So you get something like this, and then I'll take that flap and fold it all the way up to that peak, and then we'll secure everything by folding all three of those layers down as far as you can go. Get a good crease with that, and that closes off the head there. When you turn around, you've got a cute little cat head. And then you could go ahead and again draw faces on these to make these completed little puppets. I'll put that to the side, and then there's one other puppet I wanted to show you guys, and this is an elephant, and the beginning steps are a little different than they were for those other animals. We'll go ahead and look how to do this. What we want to do is I want to start off with one piece of origami paper. I'm going to turn it over with my color side down and fold it so that I can get a nice triangle here. And then what I want to do is I want to fold over my sides so that I get 1/3 folds. If you kind of hold it together like this and see where you're looking at a little, you can just kind of start by pinching at one edge and then go ahead and give it a try. It doesn't have to be exact. We just want to try to get everything folded over 1/3 and then 1/3 this way. So you should have something that looks like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take the bottom part, I'm going to fold it up as far as it can go here. And then I'm going to take this part and fold it down. And you want to fold it so that it just hits this crease here. So that you get something that looks like this. And then I'm just going to add like an accordion fold along the nose here to kind of give some good bend to it. You can maybe start about where you get a crease that's even with the bottom edge. And this gently go through and folding up and down, create a crease to get an accordion fold here on the trunk of your elephant. And then if you'll notice down here at the bottom, there should be a little place for a little pouch there to put your finger in, and that should give you your finished elephant. And those are our finished puppets for today. We have a pig, a cat, a dog, and an elephant. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.